Okay.
Hello, welcome to Naturalocity. Today is July the 2nd, 2011, and today I'm going to make my homemade protein treatment that I apply to my hair every other month. And the products that I use 2 eggs, and I actually use 2 large eggs. Then I use the extra virgin olive oil. It's very important to use the Hellmann's real mayonnaise, and I use a cup of that. So I use a cup of Hellmann's mayonnaise, I use 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and I use 2 large eggs. Let me show you how I mix everything together. This container is only used for my protein treatment. So I'm going to I have 2 eggs already in there, and then I'm going to measure out 2 tablespoons of my husband helps me out. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of the extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to pour this directly on top of the container. So that's 1 tablespoon. And this is 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. Now I've already measured out my Hellmann's mayonnaise, and this is 1 full cup of Hellmann's mayonnaise. So I scrape this into my bowl. And I try to get all that I can out. So that's good enough there. So then I'm going to use a big plastic spoon, and I'm going to stir. And I'm going to stir it all the way till everything is mixed consistently. So it takes a few minutes to break everything down to make sure it's mixed well. But once it's all mixed, you're not going to see any of the yellow consistency. It's going to be all white. It's going to look like a white conditioner. So you just want to mix, and you want to mix well. I'm not going to bore you all with the mixing process, but I'm going to let you see the end. But this is what I do. I just stir on the edges and mix in the middle, and I make sure that I stir really well to mix all the ingredients together. This is the end result of my homemade protein treatment. All the ingredients are mixed well. Next it's time to apply it to my hair. I have already washed my hair, and the products that I used was the Rosemary Mint Purifying Shampoo from Carol's Daughter. That was the first shampoo. Then I followed it up with the moisturizing shampoo, which is the Correct Amen Herbal Shampoo with Sea Moss. And again, I have washed my hair, and I have detangled, and I have separated my hair into 5 sections. And let's get started. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drape my shoulders with a towel, just in case any of the homemade protein treatment drips on my shoulders. I don't want to ruin my t-shirt. Here's the bowl of the protein treatment that I created earlier. And how I'm going to apply it, I have this application brush here. So I'm just going to stick it in my bowl, and I'm going to apply it to my hair. So I'm going to take the first clip from my hair. I'm actually going to use it on the towel just so it doesn't separate while I'm trying to put the application in my hair. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how I'm going to apply it. And the way that I'm going to apply it is I'm going to slide this back. The way that I'm going to apply it is the back of my hair. I'm going to swoop it up like this. Then I'm going to make a part, and I'm going to put some more going downward, and I'm going to repeat this process for my whole head. And the importance of a protein treatment is to put back protein in your hair that may be lost through hair coloring, or if you apply heat to your hair. And for me, I have gray hair at the front of my hair, so um, I apply a hair rinse to my hair, and sometimes I sit underneath a hair dryer to dry my style. But those are the only two elements that I do to my hair that could reduce the protein content in each strand. So I do a protein treatment every other month just to make sure my hair stays healthy and strong, because protein is one of the prime ingredients in our strands, and to promote healthy strands, we have to make sure that we put that back in, either by eating enriched protein enriched foods, and by putting a protein treatment on your hair. So as I brush on my protein treatment, notice I'm going in an upward and a downward motion with my application brush through sections of my hair. And I'm going to do this throughout the entire head in my two sections. And one aspect that I did do is I detangled my hair to make sure I won't run into snags as I go along with this process. So I'm going to continue this same process as sweeping down with the application brush and sweeping up and going through. And notice I'm not putting it on the ends of my hair. I'll do that after I have finished with the section of applying it to my scalp. And I'll show you, because I'm almost finished with this one section. So again, sweep down, sweep up with the protein treatment as you apply it to your hair. Like I'm at the top of this particular section, so I'm going to sweep it down like this through my entire strings. Maybe I need to take my wedding ring off. I don't want to get it all caked in there. Okay. So we'll put it on the top. Put a nice amount on, and then I'm going to use my hand and I'm going to rub it through to make sure that it's throughout the entire strand of my hair. So that's this section, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it hanging like this until I finish the entire section. When I come back, the entire sections of my hair will be done. Now all of my hair is saturated with the homemade protein treatment. Let me show you. This is my right side. This is the back. This is the front again. And this is the left. And let me show you how much was left. I didn't use all of the protein treatment, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to end up throwing it in the garbage can. But that much is left over. So, let me show you how much of I didn't use all of my protein treatment, but the leftovers I'm not going to store for the next treatment, which will be 8 weeks from now. I'm just going to toss it in the trash can. And this is how much that is left. Not that much, but it's some left. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit with a plastic bag over my head for about an hour. I'm going to do a little housework. But one key important is do not, and I cannot stress this, do not sit underneath the hair dryer or go outside in the hot heat, because you do not want to cook the egg that's on your head. Because if you do, you'll be picking out little scrambled egg pieces, and it will just be a mess. So just keep it on your hair, and if you can, just stay inside and let it marinate in your strands. I'm just going to leave it on for an hour, and I don't want any of the egg protein treatment to come through I don't want any of the egg treatment to drip down while it's marinating in my strands. So I picked up this salon care, the pure cotton, to put around my edges. So if the egg treatment does decide to run, it won't run on me. It'll just be caught with the cotton barrier there. So I put that on first. Then I'm going to apply my bag on my head. Make sure all my strands are in there. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to keep this on for an hour. I'm going to do a little housework, and I'll be back and I'll show you the rinsed out, and I'll show you what it looks like with all the egg treatment. Now I'm going to do a little housework, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like after an hour being processed in my strands, and then I'll rinse it out to prepare for my style. Thank you for watching. It has been a full hour. Now it's time for me to take my bag off of my hair and show you what it looks like for having an hour worth of having my protein treatment marinate in my strands. And this is what it looks like. This is this side. So it's not hard, it feels pretty good. So my next step is I'm going to rinse my hair with cool water. I'm not going to use warm or hot water because remember, you have egg on your head and you don't want to cook it. And once all the protein treatment is rinsed from my hair, I'm going to give myself a deep conditioning treatment. And the product that I'm going to use is the Tweed Hair Smoothie from Carol's Daughter. And I'm going to sit under the steamer for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to proceed for my style. Thank you so much for watching my channel concerning how to make a homemade protein treatment and how to apply it to your hair. If you like, please leave a comment below, and thank you so much for watching Naturalocity's channel.